Who was Robert Monroe? Robert Allen Monroe didn't begin his life as a consciousness explorer. In fact, he was a highly successful radio broadcasting executive, a grounded, practical man. But everything changed when his curiosity led him to investigate an unusual topic: the effect of sound on learning during sleep. That initial scientific pursuit opened doors he never expected. In 1971, Monroe published Journeys Out of the Body, a groundbreaking book that not only chronicled his personal experiences, but also introduced the term out-of-body experience, OB, to the general public. From that point forward, Monroe was no longer just a curious businessman. He became a central figure in the study of altered states of consciousness, the first out-of-body experience. It all started in 1958. Monroe was 43, with a stable life and career. One evening, as he was lying down, he felt a powerful vibration deep in his chest. The sensation intensified to the point where he thought he might be having a heart attack. Then, suddenly, he found himself floating above his bed, fully conscious but no longer in his physical body. Panic set in. Did I just die? He wondered. That fear instantly pulled him back into his body. But the episodes kept happening. Confused and shaken, Monroe sought help from doctors and psychologists, all of whom assured him he was perfectly healthy, leaving everything behind to study consciousness. Most people would have chosen to ignore these strange experiences and continue with their life. But not Monroe. He did the opposite. He left his corporate position and committed himself fully to the study of consciousness. He founded the Monroe Institute, a research center focused on understanding altered states of awareness and exploring what lies beyond the boundaries of the physical world. For over 3 decades, Monroe dedicated his life to studying what many dismiss as metaphysical or even impossible, the birth of Hemi-Sync technology. Monroe knew that if he wanted others to access these states, he needed a reliable tool. That tool became known as Hemi-Sync, a technology based on sound frequencies or binaural beats that helps synchronize the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Here's a simple example. When you listen to 100 hertz in your left ear and 104 hertz in your right, your brain perceives a third tone, a 4 hertz frequency, even though it doesn't exist externally. That frequency can entrain the brain into specific states, like theta, deep meditation, or delta, dreamless sleep. Clinical tests confirm that Hemi-Sync caused measurable changes in EEG scans. Brain waves across both hemispheres began to sync in amplitude and frequency. It was like tuning an instrument, and the instrument was a human brain. The U.S. government's interest, the Gateway Project. In 1978, Monroe's research caught the attention of the U.S. government. The CIA approached him with a confidential proposal to participate in a secret military experiment called the Gateway Project. The goal was to train soldiers to use Hemi-Sync for remote viewing, the ability to mentally access information from distant locations or even from other time periods. At the height of the Cold War, this was seen as a potential strategic edge over the Soviet Union. Practical example, trained operatives reportedly saw hidden military bases, decoded documents, or access events from the past, all using only their consciousness. The possibility of exploring alternate timelines or even multiversal realities was seriously considered, a holographic universe. One of the Gateway Project's most profound insights was the idea that we live in a holographic universe. According to the Declassified report, reality functions like projection within an electromagnetic matrix. When the brain reaches altered states, it vibrates between 6.8 and 7.5 hertz, the same frequency range as the Earth's ionosphere. This resonance forms a direct connection between the human body and the planet's energy field. Practical example. This may explain why many people report receiving intuitive insights when in nature, or why deep meditation often brings a sense of unity with the Earth. The theory of the cosmic egg. One of the most fascinating models described in the Gateway Report is the cosmic egg. In this model, all matter flows from a white hole at the core of the universe, travels along the shell of the egg, and returns through a black hole. Time is not a linear line, but a measure of this evolutionary flow. Consciousness, when detached from a body, can move through the shell and engage with reality in a completely different way, beyond time and space. It's as if we're living inside a cosmic clock, seeing only the hands, while consciousness can explore the gears behind the scenes. Consciousness as the creator of reality. According to Lieutenant Colonel McDonald's final analysis, consciousness is the organizing force behind all energy movement. When consciousness reaches a level where it can observe and recognize itself, it becomes self-aware. Example: when a person becomes aware of their thoughts, emotions, and patterns, and learns how to shift them, they are quite literally reshaping their external reality. It's not just metaphorical, it's vibrational. In this view, the absolute, the infinite field of energy that permeates all, is also self-aware. As material reality plays out in space-time, consciousness always returns to the absolute, its original source. HemiSync as a tool for personal transformation. Using HemiSync is not like pressing a magic button. Just like meditation or learning a musical instrument, it takes practice, patience, and dedication. Those who committed to regular use of HemiSync began to report deep, life-changing experiences. Sensations of floating, receiving profound insights, or encountering other forms of consciousness beyond human experience. Monroe believed that anyone could learn to access these states if they truly desired and were willing to practice. Robert Monroe's legacy. What Monroe left behind wasn't just a theory. He left a path, a practical, tested method for expanding human awareness and exploring what lies beyond the material world. The Monroe Institute continues to operate to this day, offering programs, retreats, and resources for those seeking personal and spiritual growth through altered states of consciousness. His influence reached across disciplines, from psychology and neuroscience to spiritual philosophy and even military research. His life's work opened a doorway into the last great frontier, the mind itself. Robert Monroe showed us that what we call reality might just be a projection, and that consciousness is the real frontier. If you've ever felt that there's more to life than what meets the eye, more within you than words can explain, maybe, just maybe, you're ready to take that next step. Subscribe to the Spirit Light for more journeys beyond the known. Let's explore consciousness together. Subscribe for more light.